Good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning and I'm here working on Bluebell, trying to access the air conditioning system evaporator. Phew! All right, so the 2011 through 2000 and I don't know, 16, not 16, that's not right. 2011 through basically the steel body 6.7 power stroke. They don't have a cabin air filter, so as your fan up here is moving air through the air conditioner and whatnot, your air conditioning evaporator is in here. So all of any air that goes through there, if it's got dust and debris, it just gets stuck against there and you get reduced flow. So I'm gonna pull the blower fan motor out assembly, pull that out so I can then look up against the evaporator. Brain fart. I'm gonna check the fan side of the air conditioner thing and see if it's got debris. I'm gonna use my bore scope, but to get that out, I have to take off the power distribution block. I've got it unplugged. I've got one more fastener up in there. Have to take that module out, and then we can drop that out. So that's what we're doing. All right, now I've got the two modules out of the way. Now I've got to get under here and remove, look at all this room now I got to work with, but I need to remove these fasteners. 1, 2, 3, and then this will drop down and pull out. All right, now I've got it out. I've got my handy dandy bore cam snake thing. Let's check the old all right, let's send her up in the hole and see what we got. Basically what I'm gonna do, see the opening there? I'm gonna run it up inside to where the air conditioning thing is. Well, no wonder I didn't have any flow out my vents. This thing's completely blinded off. Look how freaking gross it is. Jeez. The evaporator is completely blinded off. So any airflow that goes up against there is gonna hit that and not have anywhere to go. So, you might be asking, Hopper, what the heck are you gonna do? Well, I'll show you. There's two things you could do. I could pull the entire dash off, roll it forward, split the case, disconnect the evaporator, pull it out and clean it, or I'm gonna go right here, I think, right there, I think. I'm gonna take a hole saw and we're gonna cut right there. The evaporator is right through here, I do believe. I'm gonna double check, but by cutting a hole with a hole saw here, about the size of the pattern of light that's on there, that's gonna allow me to stick a compressed air nozzle in and blow this direction compressed air while sticking a shop vac up underneath to suck out all the goobity gawk. So, yeah, see, glove box just falls out of the way. I do believe that's what I'm gonna do. Stand by. And there you got it, folks. Just like that. All right, got the shop vac all hooked up and ready to go. Stuck up inside there, and I'm gonna stick this inside there and blow it out. Boys down at CarQuest were very nice to hook me up with this here extra deluxe air stuffer. Hopefully this will do the trick. I think it will. See, this is the schmutz that was up against those fins, I guess you call them. Yeah, that's what they are. They're fins on the evaporator fins. No wonder there wasn't much airflow. I had to build my own little air snifter though to get all the way in out of a piece of brake line, and then I soldered it onto this brass barb nipple. Works pretty good. Woo! Lots of force there. And then it's got a flared end for safety, so it's not gonna focus, is it? Yeah, that way I don't put a hole through. But yeah, so we're gonna check it again and see if anything's changed. All right, there's some progress there. It's coming along, halfway done, I suppose. Time to hit it with some more air. Well, as you can see, there's still a long ways to go. This time I'm not gonna use the vacuum because I wanna be able to see what's coming out. So that way I can kind of monitor by hitting this certain quadrant with air. I'm not getting anything, and then I move on to a different quadrant. So that's what I'm gonna do this time. Wow, what a difference 15 minutes with an air nozzle can make. It's gonna be night and day difference. Well, I'm pretty happy with it, not gonna lie. Now I gotta put everything back together. All right, you can see it's all back together. I've got Gorilla Tape over the top of the hole for now until I can source a plug that size, a rubber grommet that will stick in there and seal it. Here's the deal. Guys on the internets were like, oh, you need to do it right and just pull the whole dash. Well, it's a 10-hour job to pull that dash, and here's the deal. This has 75,000 miles on it, and it was blinded up that bad. I'm probably gonna have to do this again in the life of the truck. So when it's time to do that, I'm just gonna take that plug out, drop the fan out of the way, and redo the operation. So as you can see from that last clip with the from the bore scope, did a pretty darn good job of getting that cleaned out. So tested the flow earlier, blew me away. Get it? Blew me away. Anyway, we'll clean this sucker up and go home and eat some ice cream or something. Well, folks, it's that time of year. The worst time of year, my most dreaded thing in life. And that is yard work. Most specifically, mowing. I despise mowing with a passion. One cool feature about my yard, though, is I've got a lot of this stuff. If you know, you know. Oh, look. Starting to bloom a little bit here. Friends, that's what we like to call yellow toad flax. And it's one of the hardest to kill, one of the most noxious weeds out there. You have to buy a special spray for it. Roundup, glyphosate, milestone, doesn't phase it. So we're gonna fire up the old grass chopper, the old brush hog, and we're gonna get to work. All right, will she start? Hasn't started since last year. We're about to find out. If you don't want to start, have to find some ether. All right, we hit her with the ether. See what happens. Yep, that's right. I'm servicing the Grom. More specifically, doing the oil change. And you know what? In honor, in memory of my boy Zach, who is in Oklahoma, we're gonna have a nice frosty cold Dr. Pepper. What do you think of that? Here's to you, bud. All right, let's get after it. Alright, so check it out. Pretty skeezy. My imaginary friend Zach and I are gonna fill her up some royal purple. You're like, why royal purple? And I'm gonna tell you right now, because it was a purple bottle as opposed to a gray bottle. It smells like plums. Just kidding. All right, so we're going to attempt to ride this with a bad shoulder. I won't be able to record it because of the bad shoulder, but if I do lay it down or my arm falls off or something like that, I'll pick the camera up and record that. So, wish me luck! All right, well, that's about all I got for this time around. Hope you enjoyed watching me fiddle around with stuff. I gotta get this old motorhome ready to go, because hopefully, not next weekend, but the weekend after, we're heading to Montana for the Big Sky 200 race. Pretty excited about that. Hopefully that's gonna happen. Everything's gonna fall into place. Anyway, that being said, I'm gonna head that way. You guys head that way. And in the meantime, I'll see you all around like a donut. Bye!